Here we go, another episode of Earth Shift Kitchen. I'm just making some water right now. It's a 10.5 water. Actually, this is about 10.2 to 10.3. The water that we make with this machine here, I use in the superfood shakes that we're going to make. What we really want you to see is that, remember, the shakes are so easy to make that once you do it twice, 3 times, you'll want to do this all the time because it's the best food you ever had. Because, you know, a lot of times you're thinking, you know, I could have this or have that. Yeah, you could, but wait until you have this. Now I'm going to show you a quick drink. I'm making, where we go? I'm making Miss Piggy. Yeah, do. This is Miss Piggy. Oh, dude, wait, give me a kiss. And she's been, wash my hands here. She's been on a superfood diet. And the superfood diet, of course, is not normal to, well, swine. And I'm going to shut this off here. What happens is that you'll find out you are what you eat. And if you start to eat foods that are really super good for you, what do you think happens to you? So I'm going to show you this really quick terrain modification program, and that's what I'm doing to, well, I call her Nanu. Dadu! Dadu, you want to have your, do you want your bubba? So Nanu is so loving. And you know, you start eating these types of foods, you find out that you become loving too because you're not eating a lot of weird stuff that you have to process. So Dadu, she runs around on farm with me every day. She's about, now I think about 8 weeks old. And she's not chubby, she's not fat, she's not out of shape. She's just all energy. And just all she has is, I'll show you in a sec. This is what I'm going to have too, because not only do I make her drink, but I'm going to have some too myself because I'm not going to feed her anything I wouldn't have. So let's get started. This is very easy. I'm going to go through it quick. And there's no specific amounts you can put, like what's the recipe? The recipe is just mix it all together and it'll taste good. You'll see. So I use my old bottles. These bottles here are vodka bottles, because you're wondering, what are you using the vodka bottles for? Well, I use the vodka to clean my skin. Once we have the solution, you can look up one of our videos on how to clean the skin and or how to make the solutions on how to clean the skin. So after I'm done with that alcohol, I use these for my water because I don't use plastic. So put those on the side. Now, this is the drink that we just made, so we're not going to go through the making the noise and the blending and everything, but again, magnetic blender, and you can see what it does. It just blends this stuff beautifully. I'm going to show you what we put in here. I'm going to give you a little flavor too. This is, remember, for Miss Piggy, and when you taste it, you're going to say, "Don't give that to the pig, I'll take it." And I didn't have a recipe here, we just threw it together, and you're going to find out. You can throw these drinks together. You do this for like 21 days, it's called terrain modification, that's what we're doing to Nanu. Drinking one of these in the morning, one of these in the afternoon, and one of these in the evening, and even if you drink the whole thing, we're trying to terrain modify your gut wall bacteria. And once you terrain modify your gut wall bacteria, then you can start to eat what you know that's good for you because your bacteria will let you instead of being under the stress all the time of feed me. So let's show you some really high level, most of the stuff came off the farm, but you can of course get bananas or bananas at Earth Shift that we have. They're just like these, they're real small ones and they're sun dried. So we put in 3 of these bananas in here, and I used on this one, I washed one of the skins and I put the whole skin and everything in, because there's lots of nutrients in the skin. I put 1 whole avocado in there, and this one's ready to go too. This is off the tree. Here, we've got like 25 varieties of avocado, and here's the seed that I took from the avocado. Am I going to throw this out? No. We're going to go ahead and plant this, and you'll see that we've got about 50 of these going right now, and if I don't want to plant it here, I'll give it to another friend. We only sometimes work to go ahead and get a seed, don't we? So put the seed over here. I put in a squirt of agave in, just because she likes it sweeter. I don't really like it as sweet, but she's a little kid. I put in a few mulberries too. These are beautiful, these raw organic white mulberries. Super sweet, and they add to any smoothie that you're doing. So we put in noni, chia seeds. I'm just going to go through, and I'll go through quick. Hey, what are you doing back there? He's looking at my 5-gallon bucket of coconut oil. We put in a little lucuma. I put in about a tablespoon of chlorella and another tablespoon of spirulina. This is some raw goat milk that we fermented, so I put in a little bit for the mycobacteria count because the bacteria are what really we're trying to terrain. We want to get rid of the dark bacteria and reform or reseed the bacteria that are good for you. They're called the aerobic bacteria, and we grow them. You can buy them if you want to, but I like to grow my stuff. It's really easy. I put in like 2 tablespoons of coconut oil in there. Watch out for the coconut oil you get because they're not all the same. We put some shredded coconut also in there to give it sort of like fibery. I put 2 tablespoons of brown rice protein in, about 90% assimilable, super good flavory too, because a lot of the proteins really aren't good for you, but they taste good. This one actually is good for you and it tastes good. I put in some Sun Warrior Ormus Super Greens too, not too much, about maybe a half a teaspoon in there. We put a lot of the greens in the smoothie, and you can't taste any of the greens. And now to top it off, because this is Sunday today, and I like chocolate today, so we're going to do some chocolate in this. I put in, let's go over here. I put in a big tablespoon of cacao powder. I put in, maybe about 10 of these really good full beans. Super powerful. And, I put in some whole the vanilla bean powder, and I also used some Sun Warrior. Where did it go? Here it is. We got a big kitchen here. Sun Warrior protein chocolate, because this tastes really good too. So it's a super chocolatey drink. It's got all your fats in it, all your minerals. I also put in 2 drops of the fulvic acid, because the fulvic acid sort of disassociates lots of things and makes it emulsify and brings it all together. This is the stuff that's present in your food, and so I add a little bit when I make the smoothies, because it really helps disassociate a lot of the things that are in it to make it so it's way more absorbable. And I put in some Soleil salt. You can see our Soleil salt that we've mixed with phycocyanin, so it's actually a blue salt, really beautiful color. And put in about maybe a half a teaspoon in there for conductance. And we put in, I put in a couple of varieties of oils too. I put in a little bit of olive oil and a little toasted sesame seed oil. And 1 little dash of cayenne pepper and silicon, our silicium silicon, and that's it. So blend it up. It's the bananas and the avocados and the oils that make it taste creamy. Piggy's in the house. Come on, baby. You want your papa? Look at her running over here. Okay, we'll go outside and feed your baba. So this is the drink. You put it on. Put it on blending slow first, and then you put it on full bore for maybe about a minute. Really blend it up good. And when you're drinking, this is my drink. I don't need them. I used to drink a whole one of those because when I was terrain modifying myself, I needed to fill myself up to make me feel like I didn't want anything else, and I was full, all full. So this is about how much I have now. You swish it around your mouth, and you're trying to get your saliva, remember. You don't just drink this thing down. This has got like, you know what it would take you to grind up all these bananas and all this food and chew it up and mix it up? It's like a wheelbarrow, the Vitamix or one of these blenders. And if it's such mixed, really super mixed food, you better make sure that you nutrify it and give it the signature that it needs, and that's the parotid gland. So you put it in your mouth, swish it around, and keep it in there for 30 seconds. Swish it around, sort of act like you're chewing it, but you're really not chewing it, and then swallow it down. This could take me about 15 minutes to drink, so there's no rush. I'm going to go on like a 3 mile. I'm going up about 3 miles straight up a hill. We're going on like a 10-mile bike ride in a few minutes. And so I can have this before my bike ride, and it's not going to fill me up. No, but if I had this, I'm not going anywhere. I'm so full. So be careful. The superfood This is going to feed her for probably 3 days, because I'm not going to even give it to her full tilt or full power. We're going to dilute it down. So there's so much food in here, and especially with the cacao, you'll find out when you have this cacao, it cuts your appetite off, because the cacao actually is really appetite suppressing too, you'll see. And not only that, it gives you super energy. It makes you feel really like happy, because it does have the PEA in it, the phenylethylamine. Oh, I also always add into my smoothies the blue-green algae, because it also has 3 MAO inhibitors, monoamine oxidase inhibitors, a little hard one to say. And the MAOs basically make it so a lot of the things don't get broken up by the gut. So we want the phenylethylamine, because there's also phenylethylamine in the blue-green. And phenylethylamine, when you find out, it's looked up and it says in the book, it's called the love molecule. So having these smoothies, it's not does it only taste good, not does it make you feel like doing something, but it makes you sort of, well, makes you feel good. So let's go feed little, I call her Miss Precious, but since you guys know her now, her name's Nanu. Nanu! You want your baba? Nanu! Okay, let's go, baby. Come on. Here we go, we're going to the front yard here. She knows she's getting your baba. And usually what I do with her is I take her on a little run. She follows me everywhere, but watch. Let me take this stuff out of my pockets here. Okay. I'll bring her baba with me, but I can run without her baba. She'll run. Look, her baba's there. Come on, let's go. She follows me anywhere. They do. Okay. You want your baba now? Here we go. Come sit on your daddy's lap. Woohoo. Does she like her baba? Now, Zach Mullenfeld, he's behind the camera, and he had some of this baba this morning. Was it good, Zach?
It was excellent.
It feels good. So that's another short little video. Terrain modification is the way for you to really get healthy, you'll see. Make sure you get enough sun, too. And if you can, I always run with my nose open and my mouth closed, so it takes a while for you to really get your air back. So when I run, I always run with my nose like this, so I should have ran with my mouth open. Would have been easier to talk right now. But you can really terrain modify yourself very easy. It takes 21 days for you to remember to to get your intestinal wall bacteria to transform or change. And change meaning to uptake the new types of fuels that you're going to eat and drink. So don't get discouraged the first week or 2 weeks when you change your fuel supply, because you have to actually do upgrades. You're eating higher super fuels, so make sure you exercise. Make sure you get in the sun. Dad, do. She's all done. Okay, that's enough. You're getting stuff all over me. Here, wipe your nose. Woo-hoo. Okay, anyways, we'll see you next time on another exciting edition of Earth Shift Kitchen.